want to take you through a quick case study of a mining contracting client that we've been working with. Now, these guys have been sending a daily shift summary by Excel from each of the different project sites via email to a centralized mailbox. And then we've been taking those project reports, compiling them all into a dashboard to give them a view of a number of things, which has then enabled them to very confidently tender for new projects. It's enabled them to grow the projects that they're already working on, and also been able to ensure that they're profitable across both machines and people with all of the projects that they've got. So these guys, as you can see, they've grown from 26 million in revenue to $91 million in revenue. Now this FY26, that's still incomplete yet. So there's even more revenue there potentially they'll be capturing. They'll exceed the 91 million of last year again. So these guys, we helped them identify margin opportunities. So we looked at what was their daily earnings on this contract. So in terms of they get paid for tons moved, dirt moved. And so we looked at, well, what were the machine hours, what were the machine costs, what were the labor costs, and what was the revenue from dirt that they moved that day, or the ore that they moved that particular day. So then every day we could get a view of what the margin was for each day. They could track very quickly and easily things like rain delays, overtime, downtime within machines, so that then they could manage that cost very, very well and enable them to be very effective in how they manage each of the different jobs. Something else we looked at is labour factor. So we looked at, well, based on their machine hours and their labour hours, was that ratio acceptable? So I think it was about 1.2 is what they're aiming for, in terms of for every labour hour, so every machine hour, there'd be 1.2 labour hours. So you're never going to get 1-to-1 because people need breaks, and there's pre-starts and lunch breaks and handovers and all those sorts of things. But they knew that if they had a labour factor of 1.2, then they were really healthy in terms of that project, and they knew that the machines were working hard and delivering that revenue. We also looked at their drill and blast as well, so we could see how effectively they were in crushing, so drill, blast and crushing, so that then we could see how effectively and how efficient those particular processes were going too. So we gave them a view across each of the different projects, very high level, very simple. But the beauty of this was that they could have really great discussions with the management team and with the teams that were running these projects, because they knew what the key numbers were. They're essentially machine hours, labour hours, margin, and volume, of course, as well, right? Because you need to be putting the throughput through the machines, through the projects, right? So we've worked with these guys for years as well. And it's been a really great journey to see how they've grown their business. And it seems like every single week they're coming to examine, hey, we've got another project, can you add that into the dashboards? We need a high-level view across that. And of course, we've been able to give them an executive view across the 5 or 6 or 10 different projects that they've got going on at any one time, so their executive meetings can be really effective. And then the people on the ground, project managers and project leads, can be really effective in terms of how they're managing the day-to-day on the project as well. So it's been a really great engagement. We've loved working with these guys, and it's been a fantastic result.